over for their regular European tour, and here they go, starting their takeoff roll, those extra EA 330 LXs of the Royal Jordanian Falcons, getting airborne to initially position before tipping in for a really high quality 4-ship aerobatic display.
Comes over to Europe pretty much in every display season, but they've also flown further afield. Many other Middle Eastern countries, of course. They've even performed out. So the team starting off in box formation, performing a quarter clover manoeuvre, rolling right and pulling through, and they'll be staying in this very tight box formation for an initial barrel roll. This manoeuvre is so named because the aircraft are basically describing the inside of an imaginary barrel laying on its side in the sky. What a tight formation this is, led for the 2025 display season by Jordanian Falcons, who first joined the Royal Jordanian Falcons back in 2002. He is currently the Director of Operations and leader of the team.
A role on various occasions since. He joined the Royal Jordanian Air Force in 1992, graduated from King Hussein Air College. 3 years later, as a fighter pilot, he has past experience to the right, and
watch them now as they go back into box formation with the two wingmen dropping back a little from the leader. They pull up as if to perform an ordinary Cuban 8 manoeuvre, but they're going to exit it still inverted with a painful negative G push. Powering a Lycoming engine of 350 horsepower. It's a Lycoming AEIO 580 V1A. Across the globe. Yes, the extra 330 is still the mount of the French Air Force, Air and Space Forces national competition. Aerobatic squad, the équipe de voltige de l'armée de l'air et de l'espace. But here we see the Royal Jordanian Falcons. Again, exiting inverted in front of us as they head towards the display line, and they're going to be performing this time an inverted turn.
The rudder. The aircraft a never exceed speed of 219 knots and a normal operating speed for aerobatics of 154. And what that means is if you stay below 154 knots, not on this
design series of the next jets by a German aerobatic pilot and aircraft constructor named Ralph Extra, and we're seeing it used so splendidly by the Royal Jordanian Falcons here as they perform another quarter clover manoeuvre out in front of us to reposition on what we refer to as the P-axis. The A-axis is the display line parallel to the main runway. The P-axis is at right angles to that. They head away from us now to get ready for the first of the splits in this display. There they go, two to the left, two to the right, and this is their salute to you. This is the Royal Jordanian Falcons heart. And as they cross out there In the distance to the north, the two aircraft on each side turn back in towards the airfield.
All of this, of course, under the radio command of the team leader, Jordanian Falcons, as he calls his colleagues back in onto the main pay axis.
And they're heading towards the display centre for a crossover. And they slip as they do so. Of the extra EA 300. The slot man is Ferhat Al-Waitat, who joined the Royal Jordanian Air Force in 2006, graduated from King Hussein Air College in 2010 as a fighter pilot, flying the F-5 and only F-16 Fighting Falcons. He's been on the Royal Jordanian Falcons since 2021. It was at the personal behest of that very fine aviator, His late Majesty King Hussein bin Talal of Jordan, that the Royal Jordanian Falcons were founded back in 1976 on the Peace. Pulling up for a loop on the 45-degree line. And the leader will now be calling them into a barrel roll. And as they complete the barrel roll, the solo. King Hussein, a very enthusiastic pilot himself, who for many years became a patron of the International Air Tattoo. Now the three aircraft numbers 1, 2 and 3 performing synchronized stall turns off on the 45-degree line to the right. And now we see the leader and the right wingman going into mirror formation, the left wingman barrel rolling dynamically around their smoke. Transition to the Air Force's transport fleet on the Airbus C295 twin turbocross.
As well as being the smallest aircraft on display here at RIAT, it is the only one that can be flown on a private pilot's license, with a maximum takeoff weight of just over 2,000 pounds and a cost of somewhere in the region of £350,000, plus the inevitable VAT, if you can afford it.
It was in 1992 that the Royal Jordanian Falcons replaced their pit specials with the extra 300. They later upgraded to the low-wing 300L model before changing in 2018 to this, the ultimate, the 330LX. Performing a very tidy loop with rock-steady formation flying. And now watch the rejoin by the solo. And also watch the transition from line of rest into hip formation by the other three. Currently inverted. The two once again to roll up. Right, there we go. And using a window to come back on
in AXs. Now, Mark will see a very nice slow roll, hopefully, from another aircraft in the display, another propeller-driven aircraft in the display later on. This is going to be a slow roll in box formation. One of the hardest to do with those today.
Three axis of the control system being used. So as we start to enter into the aileron, in the knife edge, top end of rudder comes in the inverted, the elevator goes forward to provide upward lift, again converting to top rudder and then transitioning to normal flight. However, because you've got two aircraft on the out, and this is for their final manoeuvre, this is for their Concord fan brake. We give you the 2025 Royal Jordanian Falcons. Very confident.
Before extras then recovering to Fairford. A wonderful display by the Royal Jordanian Falcons. But now we're heading back in time to World War II and to the Royal Air Force. Once again,
Delighted to be seeing because
but it made a spectacular arrival here last night, and always pleasant and correct for the Katie flight to enjoy the magnificent engine note of no fewer than 6 Rolls-Royce Merlins in harmony. The 3 aircraft